Hey there, Start here. Welcome to part 3 of Lightning's Tour of Destruction, where we're taking down the 12 types trials. So I've done the first 8. We're now going to do the last 4, starting with Catastrophe. We're just going to go from the bottom and work our way to the top here. Now, Catastrophe is probably the most difficult of the 12 types trials. I'm not going to lie, it's definitely the bulkiest. It's not really difficult in terms of survival, especially if you just bring a tank with 400% earth resist. Basically nullifies everything that it does to you. But it is extremely bulky, and it's only really weak to water or light. So, those aren't really favorable elements for lightning or for team compositions, but we're gonna work with it. So we're gonna get in here. We're gonna start with Catastrophe. This one's probably gonna be the longest fight. It's probably gonna take about 8 turns, and yeah, you'll see why in just a minute. But so I'm gonna take my friend Ludokun here, friend from my Discord server, old friend from the forums, and so this one is actually got a good smattering of killers across the board. So I'm going to be using this one for basically all my clears on this one. So thank you, Lido. So he's got 250 fairy, which is that's going to be more than enough. That'll help us get this boss taken care of. Full LB damage, looking good. The equips. It's nothing super fancy, which is fine, I'm not looking for super fancy here. Just reasonable builds. Magister's Ring for Chain Cat boost. Good smattering of killers. You see he's got Supernatural Submersion, Weapon Specialist. Those are all great for killers. A nice, strong vision card. Always nice to see on a strong unit like Lightning. Okay, so we're not going to be using a Brave Shift form. We will use it on Iron Giant. That's the only fight in this particular part, in the last 4 that you can use Lightning Element on, so that's the only one we're going to do. As far as the units on this fight, so I did actually have to build teams a little bit. Kaito isn't really, it doesn't really matter what Kaito does. He's not really built for damage. If you want to build him for damage, you can, but his damage is pretty irrelevant. He's really just here for the support, for the killers, for the breaks, for the water imperil, also the water imbue on the first couple turns. That's about it. All right. Sylvie is our passive provoke unit, double blizzard orb for counters. You want to build her with just under 200% earth resistance to make sure that she procs her counters. That'll be important for later on the fight, as you'll see. So I got her to just under 200% because she does a 200% earth buff. That way she takes just a little bit of damage to proc those counters. And yeah, that should be fine. Pretty much the exact same build in both forms. So perfect provocation, you can see, is there for the provoke. The boss does basically nothing but AoE magic earth damage. It also does a lot of single target ailments. Does berserk, does death, all single target though, so Sylvie's going to provoke all that. Nicole just needs to be built for some bulk. He's here obviously for the Imperil field. Make sure you fully crowned his ability Unleashed Evocation for the 50% Imperil field. Gave him Genji gloves so they could wield 2 swords, because this one is important for the Nephesite ability. We'll need that on turn 3. The other one is Dwayne's STMR, and that gives him the Extreme Nova Chaining ability, so that he can chain with Kaito. And he's got the exact same build in both forms. Some Bahamut synergies to make sure we've always got Esperfill, Winged Heart for ailment resist. If you don't have Dwayne's STMR, you could use Lone Swordsman vision card, or you could use Eye of the Dragon from Wilk's event, So there are lots of options there to allow Nicole to chain. All right, so we're obviously going water element. Let's get in there and see how we get this done. All right, first things first, Nicole is going to summon Leviathan. He is starting in Brave Shift form, and that is important. Make sure he starts in Brave Shift form. All right, Sylvie does Burgeoning Defense, Compassionate Knight, Elemental Vines for the Earth buff. Kaito's going to go ahead and imbue the party. Swelling Current is going to do our 45% amp and our 150% killer. I hate that this is on a 7-turn cooldown though. It really annoys me. And then we'll just do Aqueous Infusion. Let's see. So, we'll do Whole World is Against Us, Blitz. How I Live is up to me. Whole World is... Oh, sorry. Whole World is Against Us, double Blitz. Okay. Alright, so there's the Earth Magic. We're going to resist it thanks to Sylvie's buff. But the boss has just done a 300% Imperil on us. So you see we're all suffering from that. But thanks to Sylvie's mitigations, we should survive for the next few turns without issue. We are going to die starting on turn 4. We're going to die a lot. But Sylvie's going to keep us going. Alright, on this turn, Sylvie and Nicole are going to be our chainers. Alright, Kaito is just going to shift, do his Brave Shift at LB. That's for the 140 Imperil plus the 88% brakes. Alright, and yeah, let's do it. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Would have liked a little bit of a bigger burst, but what are you going to do? Alright, so Kaito on this turn is going to come back. He's got to re-imbue everybody. Because Pure Liquid Infusion only lasts for 2 turns. Double Cascading to help refill. Alright, the Lightnings are just going to triple Blitz. Then triple Blitz. Sylvie's going to go ahead and do her Brave Shift at LB. Nicole is going to get ready to do Power to Destroy Nephesite. So make sure you send Kaito first to imbue everybody, and then send the chainers. Okay. Now Power to Destroy Nephesite. That is for the Dispel, because we do not want to get dispelled. Alright, so Sylvie's just going to triple Clever Paladin to refill LBs. Kaito's going to do his Brave Shift at LB. Nicole does True Byoga Blade to chain. Okay. And yep, we should be good to go. So hopefully we do another big chunk, you know, knock this thing down to like 30% or lower. Let's see how we do. Ooh, nice. That was a good one. Yeah. That's what I like to see. There we go. Okay, so we all die. No problem. Sylvia brings us all back. Okay, and she's Berserk now, so now every turn she's going to revive us. Which is good because we're going to die pretty much every turn because we have no earth buff anymore. Alright, so we are going to do double Blitz. How I Live is up to me for the Sword Imperil. Actually, sorry, let's do the Sword Imperil first so we get that going, and then do some chaining. So for the next few turns, we're just going to do some chip damage, just some little chip damage here. Nothing too significant. And Nicole is just going to imbue us. We'll do Shelga just for the hell of it, and Flood for the Imperil. And we're basically going to do this for the next couple turns. Alright, I'm going to start my lightning first because the animation is like really long on How I Live is up to me. It does like a normal attack animation, I guess. So, got to send that one like well in advance. And even then, you see there was still some hits left out of the chain. It's really weird. Alright, there we go. All dying again, no problem. Sylvie has brought us back. Okay. Yeah, this turn we're basically just going to reload. Go ahead and send Nicole first. I'll have to make mine do triple blitz. Okay, we're all imbued. Let's just chain it up, deal some more chip damage, get this thing closer to like 20%. That would be great. Perfect. Now on this turn we're all going to die, because even Sylvie's lost her earth buff at this point. But that's okay. We've all got re-raise. Okay. So now we get a turn to set up. So Sylvie does Compassionate Knight, Elemental Vines, Paladin's Offense. Okay, Wondrous Flash Lightnings do World is Against Us, Double Blitz. World is Against Us. Double Blitz. You should still have one turn on the... Yep. So I don't need to worry about that. What are all these other ones? Oh yeah, the attack and mag breaks. So this is where Kaito shifts. He's going to extend all those attack and mag breaks, the imperils and everything, using undulating waves. Alright, Nickel on this turn is just going to re-imbue. Shelga, Flood, same thing he's always been doing. Okay, and yeah, we should be good to go here. Okay, well I wasn't really expecting him to die. That really sucks. So, let's do... Yeah, no, that really sucks that Nicole died. That was unexpected. Okay, let's do... So she should still have all of her buffs up, right? Okay, so let's do... Alright, we're kind of thinking on our feet here. What do I want to do? Because we only have one of ours. Yeah, she's just going to have to chain, actually. Alright. So Sylvie is just going to have to chain it up. And because we need to do our Swelling Current. Alright, which means this one's going to have to chain it up. Alright, so we're only going to get one LB off on this one. Alright, we'll see. It probably won't be enough to kill the boss, but then Sylvie will just re-raise us and we'll just keep on plugging. So we just keep doing what we're doing. That was pretty close. Alright. Yeah, see, if we had been able to get both of them off, he definitely would have died. Alright, so now the boss is going to be like really pissed, because when you get it below 10%, it just does a whole bunch of stupid stuff. Alright, but we should be good to go here. Okay, so we just do Compassionate Knight to unpetrify. We can do Elemental Vines again, why not? And we'll do Paladin's Defense. Alright, and Nicole just needs to imbue us. Shelga, Flood. Alright, and yeah, we can just do... so this one has LB ready, so this one will just chain. And I think that should do it. We'll shift him just because he's a little stronger in his shift form. Okay, So yeah, this should definitely kill the boss. I would have liked to have killed it on turn 8, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, and there we go. Now I'm gonna stop because the dearth of lightning friends makes it kind of hard to do this, with like a different friend every time. So that's your how to kill Catastrophe with lightning. Definitely not an easy one, but fun. It was a lot of fun. Now let's do Octomammoth. Octomammoth is a breath of fresh air because much easier. Let's go grab Ludicon again, and I'm gonna load up my Octomamm team. So I actually went through and like practiced all of these and built teams for each of them because they are more difficult than the first 8 for sure. So here we're gonna bring Roberta. This is just her favorite gear. Her gear is kind of irrelevant. She's really just here for support, for the killers, for the single target chaining. That's really it. Melissa is just here obviously for the Dark Imbue and the amps and general support. Her build is also fairly irrelevant. My lightning, same build we've been seeing before. I just slotted some Aquan killer in there, so she's got full aquatic killer. Yeah, that's basically it. My soul, we're only using him in Brave Shift form. I just wanted to use him because I pulled him a few weeks ago and I've never used him, so I was like, hey, this looks like a good opportunity to use him. He's definitely not the best person to use in this situation, but he is going to be our passive provoke unit. Give him some water resist. That'll just make sure he lasts a little bit longer. And yeah, he's basically just here for his Imperil that comes with the breaks and his Imperil field, and that's pretty much it. That's the only reason he's hanging out. All right. Yeah. You could also bring someone. I think probably a better person to bring would probably be what's his name? Gilgamesh. Like Gilgamesh because he's got the big 160 Imperil with the 89% defense break. You could bring someone like even better would be like Hawkeye. He's got a 160 Dark Imperil with a 90% defense break. Those are some other options to bring, but I just wanted to use Soul here just for fun. All right, let's get in there, see how we do it. Should be a quick one. All right, so Roberta's just going to start off with the Aquan Killer, support from the skies for some Mirage, Mega Breath to unlock a Quadcast. And Soul is just going to do what he does. He does his breaks, Imperils, Imperil field, and yeah. Otherwise, he's just going to guard. All right, Abyssal Blessing for the Dark Ramp, Shared Immunity, and we'll just do Minutes of Might. All right, we'll do Whole World is Against Us, Blitz. How I Live is up to me. Whole World is Against Us, double Blitz. Okay. All right, now the most important thing is you don't kill the arms before you kill the body. But that's why we use Roberta, who's a single target. All right, Soul can just guard. All right, Melissa is going to start another ramp so that we have the 100% amp on turn 4. And then we'll just do double bar Dark Jaw. Now we're going to wait until after we do the LBs because we need to make sure we can refill our LBs. Excuse me. All right. So this one should do a pretty healthy chunk off the boss's health. We'll find out. Let's see how we do. Nice. All right. Yeah, if we had used, if we had used someone with a 90% break, because this is only an 85% break. If we had used someone with a 90% break, like, he'd be dead. That would have killed him. All right. Melissa is going to triple bar Darkja, just to make sure we're getting all refilled. Okay. The lightnings can... I mean, honestly, they can just guard, because, like, we don't want to act... Well, we didn't do any damage to the to the arms on that one. Yeah, we could just do... Honestly, I'm not going to do anything. Let's just guard. Roberta will do her LB. Yep, and that's fine. I knew he was going to die through the re-raise. That happens every time. It's really no big deal because we don't need him. He did his job. His job is done. Alright, so now we just chain it up and finish this the guy. Yeah, he's dead. Boom. Alright, and that's how you take out the Octomammoth. That one was much simpler, much easier. Alright, next we're going to do the Dark Dragon, who is a little bit trickier. Dark Dragon is kind of similar to Catastrophe in terms of, like, bulk. He's a very bulky one. And so my Dark Dragon team, I decided to go Earth. You can do Earth or Light, I believe. And I decided to do an Earth team. Just because when you put Tulian and Tsukiko together, you know, they basically they combined, they do a 200% imperil, which is just, like, amazing. So you know, with the imperil field and the 160% imperil, it's just, yeah, it's really, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So Tsukiko is in her normal form is whatever. She'll only be in a normal form on turn 1. After that, she's in a Brave Shift form, where I did build her for some damage, because it would be nice for her to contribute here. She is actually quite strong in this fight, since it is an Earth fight, so we will use her for a little bit of damage. She does have full Esper, Evo, LB damage, all that jazz. She's ready to go. Okay. Sorry if I didn't... Did I show everything here? Yeah. Sorry. Just basically Esper gear here. The Dark Vision Sword. You know, I figure everyone should have that by now. The Dark Weapons have been around for a long time. You should be able to get that one, I think. Sylvie is, once again, our passive provoke unit, as usual. I built her for just under 50% fire resistance, because we're going to do a 150 fire buff on the party, and you want her to take a little bit of fire damage, again, for re-raise purposes. So I actually had to, like, reduce her resistances, because she's, like, innately has such high resistances. But yeah, so build her for just under 50% fire resist, and in both forms, same thing. Okay. Sorry. So I couldn't even give her her own vision card, because it comes with 30% resist. So yeah, I had to strip a whole bunch of resists off of her. My lightning is just put Dragon Killer in that slot. Everything else is exactly the same. Tulian is basically just going to be sort of a backup provoke unit. Just some basic bulk, so he doesn't, you know, not too squishy. Definitely need to make sure you have Tulian's Gauntlet Earth and Vidar upgraded for all the nice new snazzy abilities that he gets. Alright, let's get in there and see how we get this done. Alright, so I'm hoping this one will be a 4-turn clear, but we'll just see. Alright, so Tulian does all of his cooldowns here. Okay, that does 88% breaks, does the 160 imperil, does the Earth Amp field. Alright, Tsukiko is going to do... excuse me. She's going to do... we'll do Blessed Omamori. Maiden's Consecration Fire. You may be wondering, why are we doing fire? Because it does a 150 fire buff to the party, and we're going to get rid of the fire imbue with Sylvie. Alright, and then Purging Mandala Earth for the Imperil Field. Sylvie's going to shift. We're going to go ahead and start the first Earth ramp. Okay, so we do Earth ramp. We'll do Paladin's Offense. And we'll just do a clever Paladin Strike. Okay, we'll do Whole World's Against This. Blitz, How I Live Is Up to Me. All right, whole world is against this. Double blitz. All right, and yeah, so Sylvie's Earth imbue with the ramp removes any other imbues that the party has, so that's why we do that. So now we all have a nice 150 fire amp, just in case the boss does some AoE fire damage, which he will do once you pass below 50%. So we just got to be aware of that. All right, on this turn, we're going to start another ramp so that we have 100% on turn 4 for what is hopefully the kill turn. Paladin's Defense for Mirage stacks, that's important for this turn and for next. And then another clever Paladin Strike. Okay, and then we're just going to do triple Earthquake. Tulian does triple Jordringe. And yeah, we should be good to go. All right, so let's do this thing. Nice. That's a good burst. It definitely helps to have a friend who has Odin Esper equipped, so you know they have full Dragon Killer. If you have one that doesn't have it, you know, I always say look for ones that have Bahamut at the very least, but if they have Odin equipped, then yeah, Dark Dragon is there for the taking. All right, on this one, we're going to do... so on this one, Tulian needs to provoke. Okay. Then we'll do Jordringe. All right. Sylvie is going to do Leaping Love for the buffs. Is that what she does on this turn? No, she doesn't do that. I made that mistake last time. Gotta do I've Got Your Back on my Lightning. And then we'll just do... yeah, we'll just do double Clever Paladin Strike. That's fine. Okay. This one's going to do double Blitz. How He Lives Up to Me. Triple Blitz. Excuse me. Okay, and then we'll do... yeah, we'll just do more chaining. So we're definitely going to pass the 50% threshold, which means on this turn the boss is going to do AoE fire magic damage, which is why we want the fire buff. In some of my clears, I didn't pass 50% on this threshold, and then the boss does some single target physicals, which is why we want Tulian to provoke. So depending on your friend Lightning, it could go either way, right? So that's why I'm doing that. All right, let's just do it. Chain it up. All right. Yeah, Tulian died because he took the big fire imperil. It's very important. That's why he provokes. You don't want Sylvie to take the big fire imperil, or else she'll die, and then you'll lose your 100% amp on this turn. All right. Now, on this turn, Sylvie and Tulian are going to be our chainers. And we're actually going to have Tsukiko do her LB. All right, so she's going to contribute a little bit here. And, yeah. So this should be good. Let's see how we do. Just making sure we're all good. Yep. Okay, sweet. Let's do it. Boom. There you go. All right, 4 turns to kill the dragon. All right, so last but not least, we have the Iron Giant. All right, let's take this guy down. He's probably the easiest of the final 4, mostly because we can go lightning. Let's see, where's my Iron Giant team? There we go. Yeah, because we can go lightning element on this one. So yeah, very, very easy in that regard. We are bringing Melissa for the human killer. She's good for that, because because she does the 250 human killer. If you have like Ihana could work as well. And then we have Lock for the 50%, or sorry, for the 90% breaks. And we have Rama Sakura for the big Imperil field. Okay. So the builds here, give Lock, Lock is our passive provoke unit. He's got a few forms of guts, which could come in handy. Otherwise, yeah, nothing too special here. Okay. Melissa, again, this is just kind of like some favorited gear here. I do have perfect provocation on her as well, but it's not necessary. Totally not necessary. Locke will be our provoke unit. Definitely don't want Melissa to be your provoke unit. Lightning doesn't need the human killer, does she? Oh wait, she does. So let's give her human killer. I forgot to build her for human killer on this one, didn't I? All right, man-eater. Oh no, that's because we're using her Brave Shift. Yeah, we finally get to use her Brave Shift form. That's right. What am I thinking? All right, so yeah, she does have 300% in this form. All right, so we finally get to use her Brave Shift form. But yeah, the gear is all pretty much the same. Majesty's Ring for Chain Cat boost. Just make sure she's got full Man-Eater ready to go. All right, Sakura, all she needs is the Sword of Kings to make sure that we dispel the meteors that the boss likes to do. He'll do a meteor on like turn 1 and on turn 3, I believe. I hope I'm getting that right. And yeah, and then she obviously summons Ramuh when we need her to. So that'll be pretty important. We don't need chainers on this one because we can use the Brave Shifted LB. The lightnings get to chain with each other, which is very, very freeing when you don't have to worry about having support chainers. So yeah, we'll do that. And yeah, let's get in here and let's kill this guy. All right, Locke just does what Locke does, 90% break. Sakura's going to get ready with the power to destroy Nethicite. Human killer on mine. Yeah, what else does she need to do? I would just do minutes of might. Why not? All right, whole world's against us. Blitz, how he lives up to me. Alright. Whole world's against this double blitz. Oh wait. Nope, what am I doing? I gotta make sure we imperil. How whole world's against this. How he lives up to me. And impulse strike. Yeah, we gotta make sure that we are imperiling the boss. So we'll do whole world is against us, double impulse. Yeah. That is way more important. Okay. And I think... Actually, wait a minute. Sorry, I forgot. It's been a while since I've done this one. This one didn't require as much practice. We're gonna save How I Live Is Up to Me because her Brave Shifted LB does the 35% sword and peril on it already. So we're just gonna do the whole world is against us, double impulse strike. All right. And yeah, that should be all right. Think so? Okay. Oh man, I really hope my friend unit built their Brave Shift form. I actually forgot to check. All right. So yeah, Locke re-raises thanks to Melissa. No big D. Now we shift. Let me check. Okay. Whew. All right. Thank goodness. I was worried I was going to see an attack stat of like 8,000 or something. All right. Looking good. Looking good. All right. We are going to do another parasol shield. We're going to do parasol shield, sorry, to make sure that Locke, if he dies again, he will revive. Human killer on the friend unit. And we'll do another shared immunity. Alright, we need to summon Ramuh for the Imperil field. Make sure you have fully crowned her so that it does the full 50% imperil. Locke can just guard on this turn. Actually, does he have any kind of Mirage? That would be really good if he had Mirage. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. All right. So yeah, this one should be pretty good, I think. It's probably not going to kill the boss because we haven't done our big amp, but we're saving that one for turn 4. Wow. If we had just done our 150 amp on that turn, I think that would have killed the boss. In fact, you know what? I think I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to do that one again. I think we would have killed the boss on that turn. If I had done the 150 amp. Let's do that. Alright. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I was like, yeah, should I do the one? Should have just done the 150 amp. Alright, whole world is against us. Impulse Strike, Elemental Burst. Whole world is against us. How I live is up to me and Elemental Burst. We're just going to go ahead and go all out here. Okay. We'll do Power to Destroy. Alright, Human Killer on mine. Shared Immunity and Minutes of Might. 90% breaks. Yep, make sure she's doing that. Okay, summon Rama. Alright, Human Killer on Friend. Parasol Shield in case we don't kill. Another Shared Immunity. Locke can just guard. Let's shift. Alright, and yeah, I think this guy should be dead. Oh yeah. Boom. There it is. 2 turns on the Iron Giant. They saved... they saved... they saved the worst for last, didn't they? Alright. Yeah, I think the boss only has 9 billion damage. So 4 billion worth of overkill there. And that was the last one, so... Thank you, Ludokun. You were amazing. Okay. Yep, there we go. We're each chipping in 6 billion. Alright. Easy peasy. Alright, so there you go, part 3 of the Tour of Destruction with our Wondrous Flash Lightning. I'll start working on the Grace Trials and, you know, get those out to you sometime next week. I probably won't do like multiple trials in one video because those are a bit longer. But I will, you know, as I complete each Grace Trial, I will get that out to you guys. So thank you for following me, and I will see you on the other side.